Hey folks, welcome back to the Lone Pine Tarot. Today we have a reading that is all about the rest of 2023, just general guidance, some predictions, and blessings coming your way as the year comes to an end here. So, unlike most of my other videos, this is not timeless. This is mostly for the month of November and December at the end of 2023. So, as you see, I have 3 different piles for you to choose from today. First up over here on the left, I have Whale of a Time with the number 25, and the tagline, "Your charge is to enlarge." For pile number 2s, I have Me Time with the number 26 and the tagline, "Enjoy your own company." And for pile number 3s, I have How Much Good Can You Handle with the number 39 and the tagline, "Explore the upward spiral of grace." So whenever you are ready, after you have chosen your pile for today, feel free to drop down to the description box below or the pinned comment at the top of the comments section to click on the timestamp for your rest of 2023 reading for today, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number 1s. Welcome to your pick a card reading that details general guidance, advice, blessings, and predictions for the rest of 2023 for you. So this is generally going to be the next month of the rest of November into December for you as we come to the end of the year. So as you recall, the card you used to help pick your pile was Whale of a Time, and the tagline was, "Your charge is to enlarge." So this card is all about a time of expansion, a time of broadening your horizons in some way, and especially with the aspect of water here, because whales, for example, are water animals. And water, when it comes to oracle and tarot cards, is a lot about the emotions and the heart. So this expansion, this time of broadening your horizons, I think is related to the heart pile number 1s. So that's kind of a general theme for you in the next few months here, but let's see your other oracle cards to get more details. I'll set that off to the left here. And I'm sorry if some of you are dog people, but I am a cat person, and so I have a cute little cat deck I wanted to use today. So the oracle card you got from the cat deck was Solitude. And the back says, "Great peace can be found in solitude. Set aside some time each day, even if it's only 5 minutes, to be alone. Be comfortable in your own company. You will calm your mind and attain a new sense of clarity." So before I comment on that, I want to get your other oracle cards on the desk here, but seems like solitude and the way you connect with people is another theme coming up here in the next few months, pile number 1s. Let's see, your vintage wisdom card is Wisdom. Yep. Total Athena vibes here, especially with the owl on her shoulder. A lot of emotional, kind of a mental focus here in the next few months, pile 1s. I'll read more with more details later in a second once I get everything on the desk, but your angel card is Friendship and Union. So definitely, like I said, kind of in your relationships with other people, how you connect with other people. There's a theme here of how much time you spend with other people versus how much time you spend with yourself. Okay. And last but not least, we have your Nature's Whispers card, which is Catch Your Breath. Catch your breath, pile number 1s. You can see she's leaning on the tree like she's just taking a rest. Like she's just letting it catch her. Okay. So once again, I'm sorry, things kind of cover each other on the desk here, but if you ever want to look at a card that I'm covering later on in the video, you can always go back and pause on that section. But so as I said, yeah, like pile number 1s, this rest of November into December, rest of 2023 for you is all about expanding your horizons in terms of how much time you spend with other people versus how much time you spend with yourself. And the reason why you're being asked to think about this dynamic in your life is because there's probably some sort of imbalance in that area. It could be that you spend too much time with other people and not enough about thinking about your own internal feelings, maybe even as distractions. Or it could be that you spend too much time thinking internally and not enough with other people. So your tarot cards will kind of give us more nitty-gritty details about what it specifically is for you. But no matter what, it's kind of like a balance scale. You want... I don't know if if the Hermit card will come up here, but the Hermit card in tarot is like a perfect example of what I'm trying to get at if you're familiar with that. And the Hermit is all about like, sometimes, upright the Hermit is going internally and going away in solitude, away from other people to kind of get some insight away from society. And then the Hermit reversed is a card of coming back to society and sharing with society what you learned, or just like more integrating with other people and forging connections with other people instead of being so much in solitude. So I think, like I said, there's an imbalance of that in your life, and this major theme for the end of 2023 here is the wisdom, like with your wisdom card here, to know how much is good for you of either solitude or spending more time with other people, and kind of getting that in balance. And especially it could be with your family, it could be with romantic partners, but I think especially with your angel card here, it's more so about your friends. People with you that you're in platonic relationships with, so not so much familial or romantic, but yeah, the way you share your energy with other people and how much in balance. So let me see if there's any other messages coming out here, popping out for your oracle cards before I go on to your tarot cards. Yeah, just an expansion of your emotions and your heart here. I think for most of you, this is going to be a time of drawing back from people. Like most of you, the imbalance is distracting yourself too much with social gatherings and not doing enough internal reflection. And the reason I say that is because not only did you get the solitude card here with the cat, you also got catch your breath, and that's a time of rest. That's a time of contemplation, of kind of looking back on what has happened and gaining the lessons from it that maybe you didn't perceive before because you got caught up so much in the rush of things and what was going on socially that there wasn't a time just to kind of rest and reflect. So could be a little bit quieter a few months here for you. It could be maybe you're not hanging out with your friends as much, just because you want some more of this internal reflection time. And it's nothing against them, at least so far what I'm seeing here. It's just more, sometimes we need to withdraw in order to hear our own voice and like our own truths and our own emotions so that they're not drowned out by kind of the cacophony of others. Not that your friends, I don't think, intentionally did that to you. It's just that, sometimes we can even rely on it just because we don't want to think about our internal emotions. Maybe there's things that bother us deep inside that we don't really want to reflect on or look at. But when we pare away those kind of distractions for just a little bit, we can hear the truths coming through, things that really carry a long distance in our heart that we might try to drown out sometimes, but we do still need to hear and kind of learn from those. So far that is what I'm seeing. Pile number 1's with your oracle cards. Obviously I'll read a little bit more in conjunction with your tarot cards once I get them on the desk here. First, I want to go into a prediction for the next 2 months for you. I kind of have a different sections of this reading. So we have prediction, blessings coming your way, or a blessing, and then at the end I'll have some advice and guidance for you from Spirit for the next 2 months or so, just to kind of a nice little tie-off to send you on your way after you're finished watching this video. But number 1, prediction. So I have your tarot cards here. And let's see what you got for a prediction regarding the next 2 months or so. And you got strength. Awesome card to get. I love the strength card. It is probably my favorite tarot card. I don't say that lightly. So we have strength. We have the 8 of Wands reversed. So there's something here with the timing of slowing down. Because normally the 8 of Wands upright is about something coming on fast. Yeah, you're going through a period here. There's something that's going to slow down. And then you also got the 6 of Cups reversed. I don't know if you have a lot of childhood friends that you've kept. Because normally Six of Cups upright is about your childhood or like your family nostalgia memories. But reversed, it's almost like a pulling away of that energy and then slowing down with the Eight of Wands reversed and then Strength. I think what they're saying here for your prediction pile number ones is the reason and or the trajectory of this lesson of slowing down and pulling away from other people just a little bit in the next few months here is because you're going to be gaining strength to take life a little bit slower, hence the Eight of Wands reversed, right? And there's going to be kind of a pulling back of maybe some habits from childhood. And I'm not necessarily saying like bad habits or like I was saying before, maybe a lot of these friends that you've been out and about with a lot, you know, taking more time with them than with yourself in solitude were childhood friends, hence, you know, the Six of Cups here because that's the childhood card. But yeah, it's so overall the prediction is gaining strength to take life at a slower pace away from connections from childhood. So, let me see with your oracle cards. And I'm sorry that's kind of repeating the same thing the oracle cards said, but it seems you have a reading here that's kind of it's what I call a hammer reading. It's kind of repeating the same message over and over again. But yeah, so the strength to slow down and pull away from things that are connected to childhood. It could even be the prediction here is that someone you know from childhood might be pulling away a little bit. Maybe not like I don't get like a negative vibe off of this, so it's not like they're going to like unfriend you or anything, but something in that area or of that manner is pulling away. Actually, I'm going to ask Spirit if they can give me one more card here with the prediction, because I just want to see what's going on here. Spirit, can you give me one more card with this prediction to give me more context, please, for pile ones? All right, what's going on here? Let's pick that one. The Moon. Illusions. The Moon. And another major arcana card. Major life lesson for you, I'd say, pile ones. Usually when I see at least half of the cards in a reading are major arcana, that's a life lesson type learning thing. So yeah, pulling away from childhood connections, slowing down the strength. I think almost you might struggle, pile number ones, with relying on yourself. And I don't mean that in a way that like you're irresponsible. I don't mean that in a way that like you don't have the strength to stand on your own, because you do. It's just that I feel like a lot of what you base your day-to-day life on is other people around you. And that can be good because that means you're probably, you know, very good at connecting with other people. And of course, you know, I get positive vibes off this reading, so you're a positive influence in their life, but it's almost like you're being asked to just like pull back with that and rely on your own internal strength here in the next few months. And then with the Moon, it's like breaking illusions. So I don't know, maybe it's almost like there's something that you're going to realize that you wouldn't have realized had you not pulled back away from your platonic relationships a little bit in the next few months here. It's something very important to your internal strength and your confidence that you might not have realized that you had before, and that's why you're being asked, or at least the trajectory so far at the time of this reading is that you're going to be asked to pull back more from the platonic relationships around you, just to kind of go a little bit hermit mode, hermit energy, and think about things and reflect on things a little bit more instead of so much about the outside world. So yeah, breaking an illusion, standing on your own 2 feet in terms of, like I said, it's not that you're irresponsible, it's just that there's a strength there that you're not recognizing that you will recognize after this period of more solitude. So anyways, so let's go on to your blessings. I have 3 cards for that as well. Your blessings are, okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. So that's normally kind of a negative card, but I did ask for this in the blessings section of the reading from Spirit. So let's see what the other cards say for context. We also have the King of Cups reversed, and we also have the Four of Wands, which this is a great capstone to this. So, Ten of Swords, King of Cups reversed, and the Four of Wands. So your blessings here in the next few months, pile number ones, is I think there might have been a situation where you felt a little bit betrayed by someone that was, and this is in the past, so this is not a prediction, this is something that already happened that's going to be kind of processing over the next few months here. So don't expect a betrayal in the future is what I'm saying. This isn't a scary part of the reading. So anyways, there might have been a betrayal of some sort with somebody, because this is the card of, she's literally getting stabbed in the back, right? And the King of Cups reversed is somebody that is not in control of their emotions, could be irrational, someone not very good at controlling their feelings. It could be maybe even one of the reasons you have been inclined to pull back a little bit from these connections, these platonic connections. Maybe there was a friend of yours that had a little bit of an outburst or got upset with you over something, and it felt like a really big betrayal, hence the Ten of Swords. But the blessing here is there's recovery in the next few months here from that, because the Four of Wands is a card of, it can be a card of the home, it can be a card of celebration, it can also be a card of just like general, it's like a good general happiness card. So the blessing here, I think, is, especially with the two figures here next to each other holding hands, I think the blessing is that this isn't the end of this friendship with this person. Like, there will be more stability brought back into it. Now, of course, if they really, really wronged you, I'm not advising you to, go running back to them and let them betray you again. Like, that's not good, or hurt you again, or whatever the situation was. This is a general reading, so it's going to differ for everybody, but whoever this was, it seems the blessing here is there is going to be a positive resolution of stability, perhaps in different ways depending on who you are. So some of you, it could be reconciliation. Some of you, it could be being able to emotionally move on from this betrayal in the next few months here. But either way, there's a blessing related to processing and getting over the pain of this betrayal by this person who was a little bit emotionally irrational, or could even be someone emotionally manipulative here, because the cups is the suit of water, which is the heart and the emotions, right? So it could be someone emotionally manipulative as well. And obviously, you don't want that back in your life. So like I said, I'm not advising you to, hunky-dory go hold hands and sing Kumbaya with this person if they're like toxic for you. But no matter what, the blessing here is that there is a positive resolution of stability at the end of that particular issue. All right, and then let us look at your advice and guidance. So this is just general advice and guidance from Spirit for the next few months for you here, pile ones. Oopsie. Having a hard time picking the cards up from the table. All right, so let us look. You have the Nine of Swords reversed. Letting go of anxieties. You have the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race, and we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Yep, fixing imbalances. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, well, I guess they're all kind of a good place to start. So pile number ones, you may suffer a little bit from anxieties. So I see here one piece of advice from Spirit is to focus on lowering your anxiety. So part of that could be pulling away from this person that caused you the pain of the betrayal with the Ten of Swords earlier. Part of this could be just going to a slower pace of life and maybe a little bit less on the social side of things. That internal reflection, that time of more solitude could bring you more peace and less anxiety, right? Just multiple ways in your life, this piece of advice is focus on your own self-care in terms of your mental health. Specifically anxiety. It could also be depression here too, because the Nine of Swords can mean both, but so that's one piece of advice for you pile ones. The card number 2 here is the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are all about slow and steady, the Knight of Pentacles is all about slow and steady wins the race. So that is just another reflection of advice of slowing down, not letting life go so fast. Catch your breath. That's like a perfect kind of Knight of Pentacles card right there with your Oracle card here earlier. Not having to feel like you have to go so fast at life, winding down with social situations. And then the Six of Pentacles reversed here is a piece of advice about, like you can see the balance scales in his hand. And there's 2 people here, and it's about distribution of things equally. So this could be because you got two pentacle cards here. And the pentacles is the suit of earth, which is about the material world, everything around us that we physically, tangibly work with. So that could be money, job, career, things we work on physically with other people. Focus on making sure that in your relationships with other people, especially with at work, I'm seeing here, but also in general, that everybody is putting in the same amount of effort that other people are. So this is kind of just a warning to look at places in your life over the next 2 months here where there might be one-sided relationships and fixing that. So that could be on your end. So it could be maybe there's someone that you have a relationship with that maybe you need to just invest more time in. It could also be that there's someone in your life that they're not holding up their end of the bargain, so to speak, and you might have to kind of evaluate that relationship with that person that's not putting in as much as you. So general reading, it's going to differ for everybody. But yeah, overall, pile number ones, the major themes here for the rest of the year for you are your connections with other people, how much time you spend with yourself in solitude thinking and reflecting on things versus how much social time you spend with other people, an expansion of emotional intelligence when it comes to your relationships with other people, lessening of anxieties, finding strength in solitude and like standing on your own versus, maybe not spending so much time with other people, just so that you can kind of hear your own voice and see your own strengths in solitude, and it's not so much drowned out by other people, and that will kind of break some illusions for you, I think, here. You're going to find that during or after at least this period of solitude away from so many social situations, not only I feel like your mental health will increase because, Nine of Swords reversed here, they're asking you to kind of focus on that, but also because it's like you're able to kind of see how you stand on your own and who you really are deep down without the influence of other people around you kind of, I don't want to say muddying the waters, because a lot of the best self-reflection in life comes from other people and how they see us, right? As long as it's coming from a good place and we know that they're a trustworthy person to give us that advice. But on the other half, you also want to be able to listen to yourself and do self-reflection. So, yeah. Let me see if there's any other messages before I sign off with you here, pile number one. So wisdom, yep, emotional intelligence, expanding your heart a bit in solitude, catching your breath. That could also be an indication here if you do suffer from like depression and anxiety issues. Catching your breath, doing breathing exercises, meditation, I will always recommend to everybody that comes to this channel. Meditation, number one, best friend. Yeah, resolution of betrayal here. Yeah, overall, it seems very, very positive, pile number one. So a little bit more time of introspection maybe than you're used to, but that's always a good thing too. Yeah, becoming more emotionally clear about things. Becoming more emotionally independent. Wisdom and solitude. Definitely, if I had to summarize this whole reading, it would be like the Hermit card from Tarot. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that reading was helpful for you, pile number ones. I will either see you in a different pile if you decided to listen to more than one today, or I will see you in the next video for a different reading, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hey, pile number twos. Welcome to your pick a card reading that is all about the rest of 2023 for you. So this is general advice, general guidance, predictions, blessings, things to look out for as we wind down to the end of the year in November and December here. So as you recall, the card you used to help pick your pile was Me Time. Enjoy your own company. Isn't that just a lovely card? I always liked that card. Wrapping herself in yellow and happiness. Definitely more of a focus on yourself here towards the end of 2023, pile number twos. Me time. Okay. I'll have more to say about that, obviously, with more of your oracle cards that come out, so I'll just set that off to the left here just for now. And let's see what else you've got. So we got your Vintage Wisdom card. That is healing. Healing, yep. More internal focus, pile twos, rest of 2023. Healing, recovering. All right, and then your angel card is take a step back. Okay. Spirit has a sense of humor. It's kind of giving you a lot of the same message here. So, me time, healing, take a step back. I'll expand more on that in a second here. And then I apologize if any of you are dog people, but I have a little cat deck I wanted to use today. So, you got reflection for that card. Very cute little kitten. Everybody loves kittens, right? And the back of the card says, reflect on what you have accomplished to date. Remember what you were like 5 years ago. Looking back, you'll realize just how far you've come. Acknowledge that every single one of your experiences has helped you get to where you are and served you in some way. Okay, so you're almost like pile 1s today, pile 2s, but more internal reflection is a theme this year, apparently. The end of the year. And then your Nature's Whispers card is Bountiful Harvest. Reaping what you sowed. Perfect card to get in autumn, right? Reaping what you sowed. All right, pile 2s. So the theme here today with you is, like I said, kind of like pile number 1s. There's a lot more about internal reflection. There's more about spending time on yourself, hence your me time and your take a step back and your healing card. It could be you're recovering from something, and that could be either physically, it could also be something emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Kind of just a winding down and a recovering, healing, growing from, it seems like maybe you had more of a hard time earlier this year. And in that case, it seems like the rest of 2023 will be a lot more calm and kind of gentle, is how I'll put it. Times of reflection here, looking back on the past, looking at things from a bird's eye view, reaping what you sowed. Let's see what other messages pop out at me. Obviously, your tarot cards will have more kind of nitty-gritty details, but yeah, I don't know if you're going to be pulling back from a social group or pulling back from work a little bit or pulling back from some sort of social, organizational type thing, especially with me time. Or it could be that Spirit is asking you just to focus on yourself more to get to that step of healing. Because the quote I always like to say, or at least use in my own life, is, you know, it's really hard to fill the cups of others if our own cup is empty. So that could be the focus for you the end of this year, pile number 2, is to focus on filling your own cup before you get back to the work of filling other people's cups. I don't know if you work in a career that is about healing, nursing, caring for other people. Could be therapy, mental healing of some sort. But yeah, so even though, you know, if you are like a helping type career, yes, it is a very noble pursuit, but you have to heal yourself and take care of yourself before you can heal and take care of others, is a kind of a message I'm getting here for you. So don't be afraid to take time off. Don't be afraid to go easy on yourself a little bit more at the end of the year here, pile number 2s. Don't be afraid to, you know, maybe you have a lot of PTO accrued and you're kind of worried about like, oh God, what'll happen if I just take one day off? Or, you know, maybe as the holidays are coming here, you're afraid of, you know, not having time off. And I say, and Spirit here also says, it seems, take the day off. Just do it. Consequences be damned. I mean, obviously, like, if you have a really important project, you know, external circumstances mean you can't just let it go, but no matter what, just take care of yourself. So even if, you know, you are working on, you know, a little overtime, you know, buy yourself a little, you know, like takeout or something, or, you know, make sure to take time as a break to like go take a nature walk really quick if you're in an area that isn't super cold, like where I live and where it is in November. Yeah. And also, you know, if you have been working really hard, pile number 2s, this Bountiful Harvest card is saying, and the Spirit and the universe karmically is recognizing all the hard work that you have put into this, and it will be paid back to you in full. Maybe it could even be the payback is more me time. You know, maybe you will be allowed a little bit more rest this end of the year here. It could also be bountiful harvest in terms of money. It could be bountiful harvest in terms of, like I said, more like time for yourself. Yeah, just a lot more calm, gentle vibes. You know, especially here too with like this take a step back card. You see like there's like snow all around this angel. Like things are just like slowing down and becoming more chill. And even like in her hand over here, she's got like a blue star. She's reclining. Just things are calming down. So yeah, definitely very good news for you pile twos if you have been going through a hard time of a lot of, you know, zip, zip, zip. Yeah, take a day off. Treat yourself. Let's get your tarot cards on the table here. First up, I have a prediction set of cards for you, and then I will go over blessings coming your way at the end of the year here, and then at the end I will also have some tarot cards on guidance and general advice from Spirit for the rest of year for you. So let's get to your prediction. That's always the fun part of tarot. And we have, ooh, fiery. We have the Five of Wands. The conflict of egos. Oh boy. Okay. Fire, fire, fire. The Sun reversed. Fire, fire, fire. And the Page of Wands reversed. More fire. Passionate. Alright, so let me get my ducks in a row. What's the prediction here? So, conflict, unhappiness, and then the Page of Wands reversed is kind of scattered energy. So this looks very negative on the surface, pile number 2. Five of Wands is, well, let me preface that. I don't want to scare you. But the prediction here is the Five of Wands is conflict. The Sun reversed is lack of clarity or kind of unhappiness with something. And like I said, Page of Wands reversed is someone kind of having scattered energy, not knowing where to direct things. So just as kind of a forewarning, pile number 2s, in the next few months here, your prediction is just watch out for periods of conflict that could bring you unhappiness. Watch out for maybe even the way, and I also want to say this is the Five of Wands, not the Five of Swords. So this is going to be not really big battles or conflicts. This is going to be little tiny conflicts of like, you know, maybe little tiffs or just, you know, the Five of Wands I usually see more as like a battle of egos. So these aren't like major fights coming your way. It's just a prediction of watching out for those conflicts and then, you know, how they affect your happiness and how they affect your clarity and the way that you direct your energy. So that could be a little area of negativity in the next few months here, pile number 2s. The great thing though is now that you're hearing about it in this reading, you can kind of plan and prepare for it. So the advice here, I would say, just from this prediction, kind of speaking from my own heart here, is if a period of conflict or little tiffs come up, little cat fights, right? Don't let it affect the way that you think in terms of like your clarity. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it depress you. And especially really focus on here not letting it distract the way that you hone your energy, especially in terms of your self-care towards yourself. Like, for example, like if you do ask for PTO or just like a day off at work and you find there's a little bit of a conflict over that, like some manager gets all huffy with you or something, and then you get really sad and depressed and you feel like your energy is really scattered, like just, I guess this advice is just not to internalize it and not to let it get you down. Obviously it sucks, you know, when we get PTO that, you know, denied or we're told, oh, you can't take that day off, but just pay special attention in the next few months here, pile 2s, to, you know, how you're emotionally affected and how your energy is focused after periods of conflict do come up. So that's kind of what I would say to you. Obviously your blessings and your advice will kind of give us more context as to what's going on and like what Spirit will give you in terms of advice, but that's kind of my own advice here, at least from what I'm seeing with this prediction. So could be a little battle of egos, and just watch out for how it affects your happiness and the way that you think, and then how you focus your energy. So that's kind of what I'll leave it at there. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm going to draw one more card for you just because I want to get more clarity on exactly what this is. Spirit, could I get one more card for pile number 2s on this prediction? What's going on with this conflict and then the depression, sadness? focus of energy. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Pentacles are the material suit. They're about things all around us. There could be something with work. So, because Pentacles often have to do with your career. So this conflict might pop up at work. It could also be... I'm trying to make sure that I word this correctly in conjunction with the other cards. There could be a little spat about the way money is directed or the way money is received in some way. And it might knock your confidence a little bit because it's something that happens at work and maybe you think, oh crap, I made a mistake. You know, I should have caught that. Maybe someone gets kind of upset at you, but this, not upset, but there's literally a little bit of argument over it. Especially with all this fire, because that's a lot of passionate energy of, you know, people being upset or whatever, and then the Five of Wands. But just know, because I'm getting this intuitively from Spirit pile number 2s. I know this kind of looks dark on the 10, right? But intuitively, I'm being told that whatever happens with this conflict, it's not your fault. So just know that, okay? So even if something happens at work and someone blames you for it, you know, or even if you do technically make a mistake, it's not your fault. It could be that you're burnt out, hence, you know, all of this focus on me time and taking care of yourself, taking a step back, reflection, healing. And just don't take it personally when this comes up. Because I think what I'm being told here by Spirit, the reason why they're saying it's not your fault is because it's more just the other person, you know, venting heat onto you. And it's not actually that they're mad at you, they're just upset because maybe it's, you know, year end with something, or there's a lot going on at your work or in the situation that they're stressed out about and they're just taking it on other people, you know. So, yeah, just know that it's not your fault, okay? All right, let's get on to your blessings. Let's see, your blessings are the Four of Swords. Yep, rest. Times of rest. The Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, that's always good. Financial prosperity, responsibility, feeling secure inside. And then we also have the Page of Cups reversed. Okay. All right, your blessings. More relaxation in terms of money and material gain. In the physical. So it looks like you'll be financially taken care of these next few months, pile number 2s. That is a blessing for you. A time of more rest. Especially if you do focus on it and make sure that you get that rest and that me time, right? And then the Page of Cups reversed is interesting here because normally upright it's about a surprise or it's about exploring a new emotion. I think what this is telling me, pile number 2, is that this blessing coming up regarding safety and rest with money is something that's not really a surprise to you. Or like you'll realize afterwards that it shouldn't have been a surprise. So I don't know if you've made some venture recently that you invested money into that takes off better than you expected. Or it's like maybe you have a lot of anxiety over your monies and it often, or your monies. I'm tired, can you tell? Your monies, your money. Not plural. Okay. A lot of anxiety over your money. But the blessing is that you can kind of rest about it these last 2 months of the year because there's no surprise that's going to be coming up regarding how you can rest and you can think in terms of like your fiscal stability and your money, okay? So that is the blessing for you, pile number 2s. And then last but not least, let's get your advice and guidance from Spirit, which could also help with that kind of prediction before about the conflict thing, right? So, your advice from Spirit. 8 of Wands reversed. Pile 2s. Slow down. Slow. The Star reversed. Have more faith and hope in things. And the 6 of Wands reversed is your last piece of advice card here. That has to do with victories. Yeah, this... kind of a repeated message from before, but your advice and guidance here from the last few months of 2023 pile 2s is slow down. That's kind of a repeated message. Slow down. Focus on your healing. focus on me time, focus on reflection, taking a step back, reaping what you've sowed. So especially, like I said, if you've reaped a lot of PTO, take that PTO, even if someone tells you, you know, oh, well, we really need you. It's like, no. Self-care is number one, right? You can't fill your cup, or excuse me, you can't fill other people's cups if your own cup is empty, okay? Slow down. The star reversed is encouraging you to have more faith and hope. And I think related to your Six of Wands reversed here, it's more faith and hope in your own personal victories. And I think that's why this time of reflection is good for you. This time of stepping back and healing is because I think you'll realize that you should have a lot more confidence in your work and a lot more confidence in yourself than you thought you would, or that you did before. Really focus on the times in your life here, pile number 2s, especially maybe when this time of conflict comes up. Like I said, Spirit told me it's not pile 2's fault. So it's not your fault when this conflict comes up if someone tries to blame you for something. It's just they're just spouting angry energy on you. One way to help kind of think about your confidence when that comes up is reflect on times of victory in your life, things that you've done really, really well. Because I guarantee you have done things well, even if maybe you tend to focus on, you know, a little bit of insecurity or thinking like, oh, I could have done that better. Oh, I never do it right, blah, blah, blah. Especially if it's just someone just steams out on you a little bit. Focus on, you know, things you've achieved at work, things you've achieved with your family. Personal achievements, you know, maybe you've been exercising a lot and you look really, really great in that outfit that you didn't used to look great in or whatever. Or another achievement is maybe you wanted to focus on, well, hey, yeah, maybe you take that PTO unapologetically and you focus on the victory of having boundaries and self-care for yourself. That's a great thing to cherish and congratulate yourself for. You know, think about all the things you've done well at work. In general, focus on the good you have done, have more faith and hope in your ability to achieve victory, and slow down. That is the general message for you, pile 2. So, like I said before, you're kind of like pile number 1, so if you were drawn to pile number 1 as well, that might be another helpful reading for you to view. Usually with these more meaty readings, I don't tend to recommend people view more than one pile, because there's just a lot of messages coming through, and it's good to just kind of hone in on more, like a few instead of like a ton. But if you were drawn to pile number 1, because the message is so similar, it might be helpful for you to view that reading as well and kind of just take what resonates with that. So yeah, treat yourself. That's your theme for today, pile number 2 is for the rest of 2023. Focus on healing. Take a step back. Reflect. I'm gonna look at the back of your reflection card again for 1 second. Being drawn to do that. Yeah, reflect on what you've accomplished to date. Yep, that's that Six of Wands I was telling you about reversed. Yep, every single one of your experiences has helped you to get where you are and served you in some way. You'll realize just how far you've come. Yep, that could be your advice here with the Six of Wands reversed is remember what you were like 5 years ago. Looking back, you realize just how far you've come. Yeah, so that will be helpful for you, pile number 2. It's just whenever your confidence is lower, like I said, think about the victories you've achieved so far, and also think about how far you've come compared to, like, say, 5 years ago, like your cat card here says. Yeah, and then I'm going to look a little bit at your Vintage Wisdom card here for a moment. Yeah, healing. Sorry, I'll hold that up for you so you can see it. Yep, self-love. Trying to see if I get any intuitive messages here. Sorry, just one moment. I'm also getting told for you to speak up more. So speak up more. Have a stronger voice for yourself. That's an intuitive thing that's coming in. That's not so much the cards, but speak up for yourself more is another thing Spirit is saying. Yeah. So pile number 2s. I hope that reading was helpful for you. I will see you either in the next video, or if you want to view another pile, like pile number 1, perhaps. As I see, there's a lot of similarities in that message with this one. I will either see you, in the next reading, in the next video, or in another reading in the same video. But either way, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the future at some point. Bye. Hello, my awesome pile number 3s. Welcome to your pick a card reading today that is all about the rest of 2023 for you. This will be general guidance, predictions, and advice, kind of things coming your way, blessings, as we wind down to the end of the year. So, as you recall, the card you used to pick your pile was How Much Good Can You Handle? Explore the Upward Spiral of Grace with the number 39 here. So, a lot of positivity so far. This is a card about accepting the good things in your life that come along your way that you may not feel you deserve. So the example that this card talks about is, for example, if someone pays you a compliment and your initial reaction to being paid a compliment is, oh, well, thank you, but no. Like if someone calls you beautiful and you're like, I'm not pretty, like this card is advising you to accept blessings like that when someone compliments you, or maybe you get, a gift that you weren't expecting. So that's kind of why I was saying before that a lot of positivity right off the bat here with the end of 2023 for you pile number 3s. So a lot more good things coming your way, it seems, than you might be expecting. So that's always good to hear. I'm going to set your pile leader off to the left here, just for the beginning of the reading. Obviously more cards will come up and we'll see kind of what ties into each other. Your vintage wisdom today is intuition. High priestess vibes all around with this one. She's even got the moon on her head, right? So listening to your intuition, listening to your heart, listening to your inner wisdom. Not always easy. And I'm going to shift those down a little bit. All right, we have your angel card you received. Cut the cords. Cut the cords, separating yourself from things that don't benefit you or aren't serving you anymore. Cut the cords. Lovely card. I love that card to pieces. I love the whole deck, but that card is especially beautiful. All right, and then I apologize if any of you are dog people, but I do have a cat deck I wanted to use today. And your cat card you received was Bewilderment. It's a little kitten looking at a squirrel, quite perplexed. Like, what is this creature? And the back says, in today's frenetic world, it's not uncommon to be left feeling a bit bewildered by a strange new encounter, unexpected outcome, or surprising discovery. So that's what I was saying before, pile 3s, like I said. There's obviously a lot more coming that's positive here than you're expecting. Trust that you've gained the needed experience to be able to ride any waves that rock your boat. Remind yourself to pause occasionally when life seems to be asking a lot of you and just breathe and relax. You've got this. So, kind of a mystery of what's coming up here 2023 for you pile 3s. Things you're not expecting. You're going to be just like that little kitty looking at the squirrel going, what the heck is this? But in a positive way. Not in any negative way. I'm not getting any negative vibes so far, so that's always good. And your Nature's Whispers is laughter. Beautiful card to get. Very positive vibes here, pile 3s. I think you're going to have a fantastic rest of 2023. And I'm not just saying that because I didn't say that to the other piles. Like, go and check. I didn't say it to the other piles. I mean, they had positive things too, but so far you have the most positive reading so far today, pile 3s. Laughter, having fun, fantastic rest of your year, and that is a pleasure for me to deliver that message to you. There is a little bit of advice here with intuition and cut the cords. I'm actually going to lift your Nature's Whispers for a second here. Intuition and cut the cords. There might be a little bit of severing from more negative patterns in your life or negative people. Hence the cut the cords. But I see it's more kind of like it's almost the imagery I get is a broom. When you take a broom and you clean things out and clean out the dust out your door. It's just making room for a more positive space for yourself. So it could be letting go of a job that's not good for you. It could be letting go of people that aren't good for you. I don't necessarily see it being a hard separation, a difficult cutting of the cords. It's something that I'm pretty sure you've been kind of thinking about for a while. But it's like maybe you finally get that push from your own intuition here, hence this card, to clear that space to allow more blessings in your life at the end of the year here, pile number 3s. And just making room for more fun and laughter. So, awesome so far, like I said. It's always fun to deliver the really positive readings because, not that, delivering more, warning messages isn't helpful to people, but I love when I can just say to you, hey, great things are coming, right? That's the best kind of reading to give. Accept compliments from people, accept gifts when they come into your life here, pile number 3s. Clear out the old things that don't serve you anymore, cut the cords. A lot of unexpected things that are positive are coming here with your bewilderment card. Yep, listening to yourself internally and just making room for more joy and laughter in your life. So right now it's a little bit vague. I do have tarot cards for you to get on the table, so that will give us more nitty-gritty details on what's going on. So let me grab your prediction cards here. So first section of the reading, predictions for the end of the year. We have the High Priestess. What did I tell you? Look, she's even got the moon on her head. Like your intuition card here. Something about a situation where you're going to have to listen to yourself more. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles, fiscal responsibility externally. Something with your job or money. And then we also have the World. So 2 major arcana cards, maybe a bit of a life lesson you've been struggling with here that'll come to a close, especially with the World here at the end of 2023. So the prediction here, pile number 3, is there's some situation coming up here in November or December where you're going to get a gut feeling about something regarding the end or the closing of a journey with something related to your job or money. And whatever your gut feeling is, when that situation comes up, you're being asked to go with that gut feeling. So this is going to be different for everyone because it's a general reading. But it's something to do with finances. It's something to do with your job, something in the material world here. Could be something to do with your living situation as well. Just in general, the pentacles are earth, and that's the things tangibly around us. So that's typically like whenever you get a pentacles card, it's about, job, money, home, those types of things. But it's a positive end of something. So whenever that comes up, it could be you get kind of an inkling to leave your job, to end that cycle. It could be, or not even to leave it, but maybe you're considering it. And whatever your gut feeling is here, especially with the High Priestess, you're being asked to follow that gut feeling and to trust your own wisdom, and your intuition is a strong message here with the almost kind of double High Priestess vibes here. Trust your own gut to bring an end to things that aren't serving you anymore, especially with the World here, because that's the card that means the end or the fulfillment of something. And then you got your Cut the Cords card too, of course. But and whatever this end of something is, it's going to bring you a lot of blessings and a lot more happiness than you've had in the past. A lot more laughter. How much good can you handle? It says explore the upward spiral of grace. So really the only way out from here is up. Great reading to give. I love giving readings like this, like I said. I'm going to pull one more card for you here. Pile number 3 is on what this prediction is around, following your intuition around the end of something related to money or career. Spirit, can you give me another card on this, please? Let's pop out that one. 8 of Swords. It's something that you're feeling trapped in. I think for a lot of you, this is a job, but it could be different. General reading. Something you feel trapped in, or you felt trapped in a long time. It could be something related to feeling trapped in a certain financial situation. It could be a job, like I said, for some of you. Either way, you're trapped in something regarding the material world, and there's going to be a situation that arises around ending this cycle of feeling trapped. And when that comes, you're being asked to follow your intuition or your gut instinct to bring you to that more positive future. So let me just reiterate, when the situation comes up, pile number 3 is follow your gut, follow your intuition. Okay? So that is the prediction for the rest of 2023 for you. Very positive, it seems. We have now your blessings, because, you already have some blessings, but apparently you have more, right? That's always good. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of Pentacles. Something to do with finances and jobs here a lot at the end of the year here, pile number 3 is 7 of Cups reversed, and the 8 of Cups reversed. Emotionally moving. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, I'm a little quiet for a moment. So this is your blessings for the end of 2023, of course. Internal financial stability. Let's see, 8 of Cups reversed is about not emotionally moving on, and 7 of Cups reversed is having issues with choices. I think the blessing here for you, pile number 3, is once again, it's about your finances or your career, hence the Queen of Pentacles. This is about internal material fulfillment. internal satisfaction when it comes to money and your job, right? I think it's going to be a very obvious choice for you, and hence that's why before they're asking to follow your gut instinct with the High Priestess that was in your prediction part. Like, it's not even going to be, like, a competition for this choice. The blessing is that there's going to be a really obvious choice. And you're already going to have, like, moved emotionally on from whatever this is, I think. And that's why it is so easy for you to make this choice. Yeah, like, and so the blessing here, pile number 3, is whatever this situation is in the end of 2023 for you. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. Sometimes in the hardest thing in life is being stuck between different choices, right? So the blessing here, especially with the 7 of Cups reversed, which is normally like, you know, deciding choices, is that whatever the situation is with the fiscal responsibility, fiscal money, security, your job, it's going to be a very obvious choice. And that's the blessing, is that it's going to be easy. So maybe you already have another job offer in. Maybe it's going to be easy because you have, you know, money saved up to be able to take some time off from this career, just to enjoy the holidays. It could also be easy because, like, I'm trying to think of other situations where this might arise. I'm going to actually pull another card on this one too. Spirit, could you give me another hint as to the blessing with this? Oopsie, I don't need all the deck. Oh, well, there you go. It popped out. We have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Yep, this is, oh boy, a lot of career and money things. That is your theme this year, or the end of the year at least, I should say. So 8 of Pentacles reversed is about either perfectionism, or it could be not getting what you put out of something. Yeah, I think that's why it's going to be so obvious, an easy choice for you, this blessing. Pile number 3 is that you already know that you weren't getting out of what you were putting into this, and that's why it just is so simple just to move on, right? Yeah, and I feel like you're already emotionally disconnected from the situation. So when you do cut those cords, following that gut instinct probably will be pretty easy for you just to move on to greener pastures, is how I would put that. So anyways, and then last but not least, I have your advice, general guidance for the end of the year here. Probably will have to do with this career and money related thing. We'll see what pops up though. So you received, what did I say? 5 of Pentacles reversed. That is the card of moving out of poverty. We also have the Hanged Man. That is the card of different perspectives. And the Empress, which is femininity, abundance, fertility, growth. So your advice and your guidance here, pile number 5s, I'm sorry. Pile number 3 is, I was looking at the 5 of Pentacles, that's why I said 5. Oops. Brain fart, it's late at night. I think the reason why, I'm sorry, let's dial back. Your advice here, pile number 3, is for the rest of 2023, is when the situation comes up, do not worry about the finances of it, because right here, this is the card of recovering from bad financial times. It is the card of not having to worry about finances. It's the card of recovery from poorer times. It's the card of not being left out in the cold. Reversed, I mean, at least. And you're also being asked in the advice guidance section here to look at things with a new perspective here with the Hanged Man. Because when the Hanged Man is up on the tree, right, he's seeing things from a completely different perspective and it kind of flips it up on its head, right? Seeing things differently than they did before. So it could also be, you know, advice here to look at, you know, if this is a job you're leaving, for example, it could be advice to look at this career in a different way than you did before. Perhaps maybe a lot of what's been going wrong that's been causing you to maybe want to leave it. Like maybe you internalized a lot of those issues when really it was just like the workplace was toxic. So kind of think about it differently in that way. It could also be maybe even a completely giant flip on what you want to do with your career. Maybe you want to make a career change in general. So that's where maybe the money comes in too. Maybe you're thinking about going to a career that doesn't pay as well, or you fear it might not. But they're saying just not to worry about that. And then the Empress here too is just focusing on growth, focusing on more fertile ground, I would say, for your future and also for your own heart and also for your own happiness in life. Maybe even looking at growth from a different perspective here in conjunction with the Hanged Man. Like, not so much about stepping up a career ladder, but maybe more looking at growth and happiness in the way of, emotional fulfillment, for example. Or it could be maybe you want to be a stay-at-home parent and you're not wanting to continue with a career, which is just as viable as, if you can financially sustain it, is just as viable fulfillment-wise as having a career is. I feel like in modern day, maybe we kind of focus on careers a little bit too much, as, the ultimate fulfillment in life is, but there's a lot of fulfillment in staying home and raising your family. There's a lot of fulfillment in maybe going to a different career that speaks more to your soul, that kind of thing. Yeah, it could also be a symbol of just growth in general with your finances. This could also be sorry, I'm quiet for a second here. Yeah, anyways, just overall, pile number 3 is focus on not so much worrying about the money of things and worrying more about the way you view fulfillment in life and growth is your advice here for the rest of the year. And I think that will lead you to making this decision and following that gut instinct to leave whatever situation this is a lot more easy when you think about it in a different way. So I hope that reading was helpful for you, my wonderful pile number 3s. Like I said, how much good can you handle? There's a lot of positive things coming here at the end of 2023 for you. I don't see anything negative here at all. I mean, other piles had some negative things. You literally have nothing I can see. The end of 2023 here for you is cleaning out things that don't serve you anymore, cutting those cords, following your gut about what you really want to do or what really fulfills you more. Expecting the unexpected here with your bewilderment, and just focusing more on happiness here with your laughter card we saw earlier, focusing on what really makes you happy in life and not so much about the struggle of the stranglehold that not only expectations around our career but also money can have on us in life. So there's going to be an alleviating of those issues here at the end of 2023 I see for you, pile 3. So yeah, like I said before, I hope that reading was helpful for you. I will either see you in a different pile in this reading or this video if you decided to view more than one pile other than just pile 3, or I will see you in the next video for a different reading, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day.